HNLMS Zwaardvisch, S-814, was the lead ship of the Royal Netherlands Navy's Zwaardvisch-class submarine, which was based on the British T-class. The submarine was originally ordered as HMS Talent, P322, and built by Vickers Armstrong, Barrow, and John Brown and Company, Clydebank. It served mainly in the Pacific against the Japanese during the war, operating under both British and US operational command in Ceylon and Australia. In 1950, the vessel was renamed HNLMS Zwaardvisch. She was sold and broken up for scrap in 1963. Design and description: Zwaardvisch was 276 feet 6 in, 84.28 meters long, had a beam of 25 feet 6 in, 7.77 meters, and a draft of 12 feet 9 in, 3.89 meters, forward, and 14 feet 7 in, 4.45 meters, aft. She displaced 1,290 tons surfaced and 1,560 tons submerged. Powered by twin 2,500 horsepower, 1,900 kilowatts, diesel engines, and twin 1,450 horsepower, 1,080 kilowatts, electric motors. The submarine was capable of achieving 15.5 knots, 28.7 kilometers per hour, 17.8 miles per hour, while surfaced, and 9 knots, 17 kilometers per hour, 10 miles per hour, submerged. She had a range of 4,500 nautical miles, 8,300 kilometers, 5,200 miles, at 11 knots, 20 kilometers per hour, 13 miles per hour, surfaced, and could submerge 300 feet, 91 meters. She had a complement of 61 personnel and was armed with 6 internal forward-facing 21-inch, 533 mm torpedo tubes, 2 external forward-facing torpedo tubes, 2 external amidships rear-facing torpedo tubes, 1 external rear-facing torpedo tubes, 6 reload torpedoes, a single QF 4-inch, 100 mm deck gun, and 3 anti-aircraft machine guns. Operational history: the submarine was laid down on 13 October 1942 and built by Vickers Armstrong of Barrow, and John Brown and Company of Clydebank. She was launched on 17 July 1943 as HMS Talent, but was not commissioned into the Royal Navy, instead being transferred to the Royal Netherlands Navy on 23 March 1943, and commissioned into service on 23 November 1943. She was renamed Zwaardvisch, Dutch for swordfish. She went on to lead a distinguished career under the command of Lieutenant Hendrikus Goossens. Zwaardvisch moved to Rothesay the following month and began sea trials based out of Holy Loch until February 1944. Throughout late February and into March, the submarine undertook patrols into the Atlantic and then off the coast of Norway. Later, she attempted to find the German battleship Tirpitz before returning to Dundee. A patrol to the Portuguese coast followed in May, after which she put into Gibraltar, where orders transferring the vessel to the Far East were received, arriving in Trincomaile, Ceylon, in July 1944. Zwaardvisch came under the operational control of the British Far Eastern Fleet, and conducted a patrol through the Strait of Malacca, during which time she attacked several ships, including Kim Hup Son and 2 Malaysian sailing vessels, mainly with her deck gun, assigned to the British 8th Submarine Flotilla. Zwaardvisch operated out of Fremantle, Western Australia, after September 1944, at which time she was placed under the operational command of the U.S. fleet. In October, She also sank the Japanese guard boat Koei Maru, the Japanese oceanographic research vessel Kyoto no. 2 and the Japanese mine layer at Tsukushima. She also damaged the Japanese mine layer Wakataka. On 6 October 1944, she sank the German submarine U-168. The submarine had been on a patrol around Java when she received directions via radio to establish an ambush off Surabaya, where she subsequently torpedoed and sank U-168, which had been on its way to Japan to transfer important military technologies. The final months of the war were spent in the South China Sea attacking Japanese merchantmen and patrolling the Lombok Strait. In February 1945, Zwaardvisch was attacked and damaged by a Japanese aircraft and had to return to Fremantle the following month for repairs. Once these were complete, she returned to the Java Sea under the command of Lieutenant Jan van Dapperen, where she made further attacks on Japanese merchantmen throughout April and May before returning to Fremantle to repair faulty communications and weapons systems. Following the surrender of Germany in early May, the submarine returned to Britain to undertake further repairs in Dundee before transferring to Rotterdam in August 1945. Apart from a voyage to the Dutch West Indies in 1947, she had a relatively quiet post-war career. Being renamed Zwaardvisch in 1950, she was decommissioned on the 11th of December 1962, and was sold to be broken up for scrap on the 12th of July 1963. Citations. Bibliography. College. J. Wallow, Ben. 2006. 1969. Ships of the Royal Navy. The complete record of all fighting ships of the Royal Navy. Rev. ed. London. Chatham Publishing. ISBN 978-1-86176-281-8. OCLC 67,375,475. Hutchinson, Robert. 2001. Jane's Submarines. War Beneath the Waves from 1776 to the Present Day. London. HarperCollins. ISBN 978-000-710558-8. OCLC 53,783,010. Hurst, Doug. 2001. The Fourth Ally. The Dutch Forces in Australia in World War II. Chapman. Australian Capital Territory. D. Hurst. ISBN 9780957925925,205.